E aí pessoal, tranquilo? Eu sou o Yuri, seja bem-vindo a mais um vídeo do canal. Vamos aqui dar continuidade com o The Witcher 2, deu a gente para o último vídeo. Vamos ver o que tem para lutear antes da gente sair da arena. Acho que não tem mais nada para lutear aqui não. Vamos fazer... A gente já trabalhou já, moça. Tá suave. Parece que ele tá respirando. O barulho tá fazendo. Vamos fazer a missão aqui. Uma questão de preço. Comerciante à beira-mar. Vamos ter que falar com o comerciante. Ele tá lá em Flotsam. Vamos lá na vila. Falar com o comerciante. Acho que ele tá no cais. Estamos com quase 13 pontos para habilidade. Estamos com 10, falta 3 pra gente começar a completar 3 conquistas, né? É por isso que eu não desenvolvi o personagem ainda. Não distribuí as habilidades. Porque eu não tenho nem ideia de como fazer isso. Eu não manjo de RPG, gente. Eu tenho que dar uma pesquisada nas habilidades. E também tem 3 ou são 4 conquistas para distribuir na árvore. Aí faz uma conquista, salva, dá reload, faz outra conquista, salva, dá reload. Por isso que eu não usei ainda. Tá, vamos falar aqui com o... Acho que é esse carinha aqui. Vamos salvar, antes de falar com ele.
Job done. The Kieran's dead.
Good work. You've earned your reward.
Ah, eu peguei quanto? Eu nem vi quanto de ouro eu tinha, velho. Nossa! Vamos aí. Oh meu Deus! Pegamos 1000 e alguma... Eita, bati no microfone aqui. Pegamos 1000 e um pouquinho, mano. Não sei quanto, eu não tinha visto quando a gente tinha.
Well, well.
Opa!
How's the commandant as a host?
It's people like him who might help us.
Or put us in shackles and throw us into the river.
He told me they're keeping Scoia'tael prisoners on a barge in the port.
Did he mention if Kieran ep Esnalen, Yorvet's right-hand elf, is among them?
No.
He may know something about the Kingslayer.
Let's pay him a visit.
They pinch my ass and don't
Que
even
isso,
leave a
Geraldo?
tip.
Aí essa automaticamente era a segunda missão que a gente vai fazer agora. Tá scriptado. Tudo no script, tudo nos conformes, tá? Eu só não sabia que ia ser instantâneo assim. Se a webcam começar a falhar, peço desculpas, pessoal. Aqui eu atualizei o drive da placa de vídeo. E quando atualizo o drive da placa de vídeo, normalmente dá esse probleminha na gravação. Vamos salvar? Eu espero muito que não fique dando esses problemas. Vou falar com o Triss? Eu falei isso aqui já.
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Laredo's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but
So get out of my way.
he won't tell you much. He's dying.
Acabou que tá morrendo. Tem coisa pra lutear aqui? Acho que não. Vamos falar aqui com ele.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Vai, Triss.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axie sign to calm him.
Perfect.
Look, Birdie's all wet. Hey, Birdie! You get wet just looking at me.
Acho que eu tenho que usar o Axe.
Birdie. We'll be down to see
Meu
you
Deus.
right after our watch.
It's no use.
You wish, Horson. I'm no traitor.
He's raving.
That gun? Where am I?
In Flotsam. On the prison barge.
The convict's barge? I'm done for.
We need your help. We need to speak with Yorvith.
Like hell, Dwan. I'll tell you nothing.
There's a Witcher in Yorvith's unit.
Like every Dwan. He turned out to be a bastard.
What happened?
He betrayed us. He said he had an offer for me. So we met, where roses of remembrance grow. I should have known.
Roses of remembrance?
Yes, some of the last in the world. He thought that I'd betray my elven brother in order to control the unit. I refused, and there was a fight. I've never seen anything like it. No human can move that fast. It was a massacre. I was the first to be hit, thus I survived. I would have bled to death had Laredo's men not found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will be lost. So many dead, so much suffering, all for naught.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer?
Yes.
Why does the Dwan want Yorvith dead?
He used us from the start. Our hatred. But he no longer needs Yorvith. Sees him as a thorn in his side. I don't know what Letho wants.
What does Yorvith want? Why Flotsam?
Go plow yourself.
You have to tell me. I'm on your side.
If you say so. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
We got what we came for.
What now?
Yorvith.
What if Yorvith already knows?
I've got an old saying all ready for him. My enemy's enemy is my friend.
Warn him, Gwynblade. Yorvith fights, for that is what he does best. He's Enshe, a real one, a free one. Among the last. Fighting makes sense. Now more than ever before. There is still hope.
What are you talking about, Kieran? Hope for what?
For change. For a better tomorrow. I'll not see it. They'll torment me to death on this barge, and I'll go gladly where the apple trees bloom. But you must warn Yorvith.
Yennefer told me that Ciri has departed for good. She inhabits another world and is happy there. Before she left this one, she gave us the Isle of Avalok, our island. We stopped counting time. People believe that the wraiths of the Wild Hunt are immortal. They race across the heavens, gripping in their bony hands swords, their lightning bolts. They take away mortals, ever expanding their cavalcade of spectral riders. They burned the orchard and the house. In their armored boots, they trampled our island. And then made off with Yennefer. I had to get her back. Return to reality. Return to the Witcher's path.
Geralt, are you all right?
I've been to the Isle of Avalok, among the apple trees and the mists. After the massacre in Rivia, Ciri took me there, and Yennefer. The Wraith Riders kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But...
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now, I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
Vamos com a Triss, tá? Vamos lá com a Triss.
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look,
Tem que seguir a Triss.
Wakey, wakey, coffer. You'll fall asleep
Salvar?
forever. Look, Birdie's all wet. Hey, Birdie! You're getting wet just
Triss
looking
erra
at
na
me.
escada, velho. Ai meu Deus. Nem ferrando que bugou. Triss, por favor, acerte a escada, Triss. Calma aí. Ai meu Deus. Nossa, tem bicho aqui já. Que isso? O bicho tava ligeiro. Eita, que agora tá escurão, hein? Pra quem não tá ligado, não expliquei muito quando eu peguei essa armadura, mas ela é amaldiçoada, tá? Por isso esses efeitos todos aí. Nossa, os bichos trocando de si. Nossa, tá escuro pra mim, imagine pra vocês, hein? Vou tentar clarear um pouco, mano, a edição. Ué, cara, o barulho desse respiração aí é na maldição da armadura, velho.
I'm glad you're here. I think we've arrived. The cascade, the menhir. We need to take the path leading upwards.
Gardens in the middle of forests? Those elves really like to complicate things.
Stop whining. It's not far now.
Vai caminho acima das ruínas. Só seguir ela, então.
Cedric told me a beautiful
É a missão da
legend about
perseguição da Triss.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially
Eu tenho que arrumar muito minha postura, velho.
Reality often leaves a lot to be
Tá
desired.
complicado.
Well, Cedric also said the site itself was something wonderful. I'm glad you're here.
Triss, tu não sobe esse degrau?
The rose must be here somewhere.
I'll look around.
Alden and Cymoril. Cedric said Cymoril eclipsed even Francesca Findabair with her beauty, and Francesca's reputed to be the world's most beautiful woman.
Cedric drinks too much.
He really has visions, you know. He really has the gift. He could learn to control it if he drank less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions, and that's something I understand perfectly well.
Essas rosas aqui?
Oh my, lovers. Look at it. It's beautiful. I just don't understand it. How did the elves become so cruel? The one with the scar had so much hatred in him.
Places like this make you realize just how much they've lost. There used to be entire elven cities, and the forests were theirs to enjoy, not to hide in. Humans destroyed that, put them in reservations. Yorvith and his kind are taking revenge, though not all elves are
Sempre
like
os
that.
humanos.
Kieran said there's a lot more at stake.
He has his ideal, a certain vision of the world. But do you think there's room for humans in it?
We're practically one and the same.
Wrong, Triss. We've been learning from each other for generations, but we're different at base.
I don't know why I find that awfully sad.
Triss.
Eita.
Clymeral's Rose of Remembrance. Legend has it they wilt unless nourished with blood, and also if they're sold. But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
This one's for you.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden. Must be defraying the treasury. What's a town chancellor do anyway?
It'd be ploughing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Opa, aí não, filho. Oh, meu Deus. Como é que bloqueia mesmo? Por que não dá stun? Só dá comigo quando ataco.
Watch out!
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the Pontar Delta. Elves possess a sensitivity humans can't ever hope to acquire. We're trapped. Looks like we're stuck. Well, there must be another way out of here. Why are you looking at me that way? Do I have something on my face? What's going on in that head of yours, Witcher?
Oh, you know. Stuff. You could use a bath.
So could you.
É só um jogo YouTube.
A witcher's blade. Letho comes here to think.
Well, he's not here now, so we've no reason to stay.
The Dwan stole the story of Eldon and Cymru, but they now steal our roses of remembrance. A more silly and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood, a beautiful elven couple living within. A handsome human prince arrives, riding a milk-white stallion. Bloody Dwan. We Enshe remember how it was. Limitless devotion, passion, commitment, and sacrifice. Legend has it the lovers' sighs are enchanted within these very stones, though only those in love can hear them.
Singing bushes, jabbering stones, elven hogwash. Well, I'm buggers.
We should take walks more often. For a while there, I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days. What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh. And you expect me to drop everything and tell Roach, hey, it's been great, but I've got places to go and people to find?
You know, you could. I mean, you don't really owe him anything. I'm just afraid you'll get caught up in something and you won't be able to back out. Yorvith's a sly old elf. He's been fighting humans for a full century at least. This Letho is no common bandit either, and I shudder to think who put him on the warpath. It's a mire, Geralt, deep and hungry, and it could swallow you whole before you know it.
It possibly already has.
I want you to know that I'm prepared to travel to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that. I owe her that. I'm prepared to drop everything. The trappings of court life, politics, the regicides. I could even live at Kaer Morhen. It's up to you.
Triss.
Let me finish. I can only say this once. If you want to go alone, I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you otherwise.
I can't know what the future holds. I don't know what else is hidden in my mind. But whatever it is, whatever happens, I don't want to lose you. I'd have to be an utter fool and complete ingrate to let you go.
That's kind. Thank you. Does that mean we're leaving the regicides to Roach and tending to our own matters?
I think so, and I think you're right. I don't owe anyone anything.
I'm glad you've noticed that.
But that doesn't mean I'm willing to sit around doing nothing. You need time anyway, and in that time I'll catch the Kingslayer.
Geralt, please, be careful.
I'll go see Zoltan, and together we'll go find Yorvith. With a little luck, I'll capture the Kingslayer, and then we can go back to living our own lives.
Good. Will you talk to Roach?
I'll think about it.
Tá bom. Falar com o Roach. Cadê?
Geralt!
Opa.
Geralt!
Ah, o Roach tá aqui já.
There you are. Is everything all right? This is nice. What a beautiful place.
Very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine. Now, let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Wait, Vernon. We need to talk.
About what?
A few days from now, I plan to leave, get back on the path, back to my Witcher's work. That'll mean the end of our mission.
Care to tell me what prompted this decision?
Triss. She knows how to restore my memory.
Why not drop everything and leave now?
Triss needs time to prepare the spells.
You're giving up. No other name for it, you're just giving up. What of the Kingslayer? Many still believe you're him.
I don't think I care anymore. Those whose opinions I value, well, they know the truth.
Uh-huh. You see someone kick a dog and you're incapable of letting it go. And you want to release that fiend who we've succeeded in cornering, who's thrashing to get out of the cage we've put up around him.
I want nothing of the sort. I'm not leaving for a few more days. In that time, I'll catch Letho for you. That's the Kingslayer's name, incidentally. I know how to get him.
How?
You're not going to like this, but it'll involve working with the Scoia'tael.
Is your mind completely plowed at this point? Did Triss put this nonsense in your head?
Listen to me. You'll get your Kingslayer soon. I'll give you him or his head. After which you'll clear me of all charges and let me go my way.
What else? Perhaps you'd like me to embrace Yorveth in gratitude as well.
Yorveth's not my problem. I'm no elf hunter. I've never been one, and I don't intend to become one.
Now, enough. You've made your decision, I can see that. So be it. But I think we all know who's being the prick here.
O geral tá acabando as cutscenes tudo fazendo isso. Dá uma travadinha aqui, foi o jogo salvo. Como é que sai daqui?
What's going on, Geralt?
I questioned Kieran, Yorveth's second in command.
Where is the bastard?
I get the feeling he's dead. Just landed on the Isle of Avalach. I've been to that island, Vernon. I remembered something while talking to Kieran. I was there with Yennefer. She gave her life to save mine.
Did you remember the crossing? How you got there?
With Suri's help.
Interesting.
What I find interesting is how a master spook like you has no idea what happened to me over those 5 years. 5 years, Roach. That's enough time to topple a monarchy twice.
First off, my responsibilities do not include the surveillance of dead witches. And second...
Spit it out.
Unconfirmed rumors. I've never taken action based on them.
I need something. Scraps, even. So you need to tell me everything you know. Even things you think might sound ridiculous.
3 years back, Fen got a missing persons case. Someone was abducting young people, aged 10 to 20. Now the case went cold because no one agreed to testify. Except for one woman. Considered insane because she insisted the Wild Hunt had made off with her son. And she claimed she'd learned of this from an old man who was pursuing the cavalcade. He resembled a skeleton more than a man. White hair. 2 swords on his back.
The Wild Hunt is a riddle. A riddle that will restore my memory. If I can just solve it.
As I see it, you're more likely to learn about the hunt from the insane. Not a reasonable man out there can teach you a thing. You might visit that asylum in the woods. Or what's left of it.
Larito wants the Scoia'tael gone for good. He didn't say anything specific, but in his mind's eye, he saw them on the prison barge already.
Yorveth's outsmarted bigger fish than the Commandant.
Larito's got something going with Sheila, so I'd take him seriously if I were you.
You never know. Maybe the sorceress hunts more than monsters.
A little town deep in the forest, terrorized by Scoia'tael. You should be in your element, Roach.
Flotsam isn't just any old town, Geralt. Temeria, Redania, Kedwin, and Edirn. The largest kingdoms in the north. Know what they all have in common?
The Pontar Valley, a strip of land they've been battling over for generations.
Exactly. And here's Flotsam, on the border between Temeria and Edirn, with Kedwin lying in wait just the other side of the marshes.
At the very edge of the Pontar Valley.
Stuck in the middle like a candle up the arse.
The North's most important trade routes meet here. Every caravan has to come through Flotsam, and anyone who wants to place their cargo on a boat on this section of the river has to bear Larito in mind.
They say Henselt of Kedwin has gathered an army and is heading for Vergen. The Pontar Valley will be on fire soon, while we, Geralt, are sitting in Flotsam, the gateway to the valley.
I'd like to believe it's pure coincidence and the killer just followed the squirrels here.
Naive, to say the least, Witcher.
You'll get a chance to show your mettle. If we're to capture Foltest's murderer, we'll have to clash with the Scoia'tael.
Não, pausa aqui só pra falar. Esse vídeo aqui vai ter muito diálogo. Eu já peço desculpa já, mas eu tô tentando entender a história, tá, pessoal? Não tô jogando só por jogar, não. O primeiro pode até ter sido rushado e tal, mas esse aqui melhorou muito, como vocês podem ver. Mas é isso. Tô dando uma olhada ali, velho. Tá travando demais o OBS. Espero que não esteja travando a gravação também. Tá bom, vamos lá.
I sent the boys out into the woods. Tough going, too dense. My scouts got ambushed and barely escaped.
It's no picnic hunting elves in the forest. Tell me something I don't know.
My people saw the Kingslayer again. He knows we're here, but he's not even trying to escape. Seems he's waiting for something.
I think it's our move. So long, Roach.
Tá bom. Tem uma missãozinha que a gente vai fazer agora. Ele queria usar, beleza. A missão. Ela é escondida. É uma missão secundária. Mas é muito boa. Vamos lá. Tem que voltar pra vila. Pra Flotsam. Acho que é aqui. Não, é aqui. Aqui?
Geralt of Rivia, the king of the witchers, the witcher of kings.
Come on, have a drink with us.
I wouldn't mind a shot. Celebrating something?
A great victory.
Interesting.
We did away with Veopatis, or whatever the hell they call him.
13 hacked off his head and nailed it to his arse.
You behaved like swine.
What? We're not allowed a bit of fun? It was only a wooden puppet.
Come on, let's play our game.
Right, toothpicks.
Knife throwing. Care to try me?
Gladly.
Vess against the Witcher. Place your bets, gentlemen. 10-1 on Vess. Witcher, all on the wall.
Peraí, eu não vi. Eu tenho que mirar em quê?
Vess wins.
Calma. Eu não vi no que eu tenho que mirar.
There they are. Those are the shitheads who desecrated Veopatis' statue.
Pitchforks! What's what you say, bumpkin?
What's going on?
Nothing. We had a little competition.
They threw knives at a statue of Veopatis. It's blasphemy! Our gods desecrated by soldiers.
They're no ordinary soldiers, but blue stripes. Know what that means?
Blue or green, it's all the same to me. They're horsens, all of them.
What did you say?
I just...
You said what you thought. Good, that's the way. Beer for this brave man. And drink to my health. Here's to the whore's son, Vernon Roach.
Vernon.
You've got shitty glassware in Flotsam. Not fit for a hero, but I've got an idea. Drink the whoresen's beer from the floor.
Geralt, do something.
I'll try. Vernon. Leave them alone.
What if I don't?
Oh meu Deus, vamos lutar com o Roche.
Enough of that! Stop it!
Get up, Vernon. Didn't mean that to happen.
Leave me alone.
You're too hard on Roach.
I don't like sadists.
Vernon was a half-orphan.
What does that have to do with it?
He was raised in poverty. His mother turned to whoring to keep them from starving. The other children called him a whore's son. Hasn't been able to handle that insult since. Come on, let's have a drink.
All right.
Remember when we had to wait in the cave for reinforcements?
How could I forget? We ate Pete, we were so starved.
Ah, those were the days.
Here's to Pete, tart and nutritious.
What do you say to a little competition?
A keg of beer to whoever beats Geralt at arm wrestling.
And if Geralt wins?
I'll give you my sword. A true antique. But it sacks off many a head. You don't make them like this anymore.
All right.
Me throat's a little dry. Pour us a drink, someone. Remember when I bet a lieutenant I could plough 4 elven elves at once?
He said we'd sooner cross the sea on the arses of 4 whores strapped together to make a raft.
I'd have managed it.
Sure. If only there were that many elf women at the brothel. Let's begin. We'll see if 13 can beat the Witcher. "13 proves too weak for the Witcher. Keep practicing there, mate."
Plough off, the lot of you. Somebody pour me a drink. Remember when I rode my horse into a tree?
I'll say I do.
Have a shot. It'll refresh your memory.
Gentlemen, now it's Fen against the Witcher. Geralt, the prize is yours.
May it serve you well.
Gentlemen, to our health. Just like after the Battle of Garge.
Aye, that was a right piss-up. We puked all over the battlefield.
To paradise on whores' arses.
Got drunk as newts, you did. Never seen anything like it in my life.
Anything like what?
Such a sight.
Meaning?
Better you don't remember.
But I want to know.
I tell you for a few odd ends.
Listen, I'm a witcher, and I'm massively hungover right now. So speak or regret it.
All right, then. Talk to the madame. She knows the details.
Olha isso aqui no pescoço do Geraldo. Vamos lá falar com a Margot. Acho que não tem nada no nosso inventário. Tem livro. Esse livro eu não li ainda. Margot tá aqui? Na última vez tu tava aqui. É essa aqui? E não é com a Margot que eu tenho que falar, não?
Greetings.
What can I get you, fine lad?
They say you know what happened here yesterday.
I do, but you'd be better off not asking, darling.
Talk.
Nothing's for free, especially in a brothel.
Caramba. Só pra falar, velho. Não dá tudo pra não ter que aumentar o preço depois de eu me ferrar.
Alright, talk.
5 of you came in, or crawled in, I should say.
I was crawling?
Indeed. One of the blue ones ordered 5 girls. I gave you the best because you showed me good coin.
What happened next?
This is the interesting bit, because instead of ploughing them like the normal soldiery, you mounted them and told them to give you a ride to the port.
Can't be.
Ask the lass in the uniform then.
Vess was here too?
Sure was. She tried to stop you, but you were too much for her.
Caramba. Traçar a tese, velho. Deixa eu marcar aqui. Que é a missão que a gente tá fazendo.
Remind me, which one was this Voltef they killed?
Eu não sei onde ela tá. Oh meu Deus. Ela tá no mesmo lugar. E minhas coisas? Tá com quem? Deixa eu salvar, só esses loads só me assustam. Fala, velho.
I talked to the madam. Is what she says true?
I tried to talk you out of it, but you insisted you'd cross the river on the whore's arses. You tried for several hours, but it just wasn't going to be.
What happened next?
You said you wanted to be one of the blue stripes and had to get yourself a tattoo.
What tattoo?
One like ours. And you got it.
Shit. Where are my things?
You left them all over the place. I gathered them in that trunk by the window.
Thanks, Vess.
A tatuzeira do Geraldo, mano. Tá meio bugado aqui. Qual é o algo? Esse aqui? Ué. Esse aqui eu acho. Ai meu Deus. Então pessoal, deixa eu só vestir esse bagulho aqui. Ah, beleza, estamos carregando muito peso. Depois eu passo na loja de venda. Mas eu vou ficando por aqui, pessoal. Se vocês gostaram, deixa o like no canal. Espero vocês no próximo vídeo. E bem, desculpa esse vídeo ter muito diálogo, não tem muita ação, mas é isso, velho. Acontece nas melhores famílias. Valeu, falou, até mais.